I didn't expect kindness at my sister's wedding. I expected tolerance. That's different. Tolerance is when people let you exist as long as you don't disrupt the picture they've already framed. I've been the smudge in my family portrait since I got pregnant at 26 and decided to keep my son. No scandal, no dramatic abandonment, just a relationship that ended and a child that didn't. By the time of the wedding, I had a steady job, a small apartment with sunlight in the mornings, and a routine built around school runs and grocery lists. But inside my family, I was still the cautionary tale. The reception hall was warm with string lights and perfume and expensive flowers. My sister looked beautiful, sharp, glowing, victorious. I meant that sincerely. She had always known how to win rooms. When she took the microphone, the speech began the way these things do, childhood stories. Harmless teasing, guests leaning forward, smiling into their glasses. Then her voice shifted just slightly, and of course, she said, grinning toward me, "We all know my sister. She's our family's brave one, a single mother, unwanted by anyone." The word hung there, unwanted, like it had weight. There was a beat, then laughter. Not cruel laughter, polite, confused, socially compliant laughter. The kind people give when they're not sure if they're supposed to be offended. I felt my face stay still. I've practiced that. My mother, 2 tables away, leaned toward her friend but loud enough to carry. "She's a used product," she added lightly, as if clarifying a punchline. More laughter. Sharper this time. My father covered his mouth like he was hiding a cough, but his shoulders shook. In that moment, something inside me didn't shatter. It narrowed. I thought about my son's shoes by our door, about the way he runs into my arms after school, about how carefully I've built a life without asking these people for anything. I could leave. That was my first thought. Stand up, walk out, confirm every stereotype about being overly sensitive. So I stayed, not because I was strong, because I was tired of reacting. And then the groom stood up. He didn't slam his chair, didn't storm. He walked to my sister and gently took the microphone from her hand. It wasn't aggressive, it was decisive. The room quieted in a way that felt physical. The DJ lowered the background music automatically, like even he sensed the shift. "I love humor," he said, calm, almost conversational, "but I don't love jokes that turn people into objects." No one laughed. He glanced at me briefly, not with pity but acknowledgement. Then back at the room. "I'm marrying into this family today," he continued. "And I want to be clear about something before we go further. We don't reduce people to their relationship status or their past or whether they fit someone's idea of perfect." My sister's smile was still fixed, but thinner now. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't dramatic. That's what made it land. "If this is the tone," he added quietly, "we adjust it now." Silence. It wasn't chaos. No one gasped. No one clapped. But the air changed. Conversation stalled. A few guests looked down at their plates like they'd been caught participating in something small. My mother's face hardened. My father suddenly became interested in rearranging cutlery. The groom handed the mic back, kissed my sister's cheek, and sat down. The reception continued, but softer. My sister recovered quickly. She always does. The rest of her speech was polished, safe. The band played. People danced. Photographers snapped pictures that would later show nothing unusual. I didn't cry. I didn't thank him publicly. I didn't make it about me. Later, while people were lining up for dessert, he approached my table. "I'm sorry," he said simply. "Not because you need defending, but because that shouldn't have happened." I nodded. "You didn't have to say anything." "I did," he replied. For me, that mattered. It wasn't a rescue. It was a boundary. I left before the bouquet toss. I hugged my sister lightly. She whispered, "You know it was just a joke." "I know." I said, and I did know. On the drive home, the humiliation replayed, but duller now, less sharp. Because something else had overridden it. For years, I've tried to earn a softer version of my family, to prove I'm not a mistake they have to explain, to show them I'm stable, responsible, worthy. But sitting in that hall, hearing laughter shape itself around my life, I understood something clearly for the first time, Ty. They benefit from keeping me small, and I don't benefit from staying close. In the weeks after the wedding, invitations came. A family brunch, a holiday dinner, I declined politely. When my mother called, irritated, asking if I was still upset, I kept my voice even. I attend places where my son and I are spoken about with respect. I said, no accusation, no lecture, just a condition. There was a long pause on the other end of the line. Not apology, not understanding, just recalculation. We speak less now. Not dramatically, not with slammed doors, just distance. My life hasn't transformed into something cinematic. I still wake up early, still pack lunches, still worry about bills sometimes. But something internal shifted that night. I stopped waiting for them to approve of the life I already built. The humiliation didn't destroy me. It clarified the room. And once you see a room clearly, you get to decide whether you stay in it.